nahisemo kuza kwiga internet kubera ko cyangwa se computer mu rwego rwo kugira ngo mbashe kwihangira imirimo irenze iyo nakoraga.
Mu bintu byanteye kuza kwiga computer hano mu mitekerereze yanjye mu mutwe nifuzaga yuko nabimenya bihebuje nanjye nkazagira cyber cafe nkaba mbishimira pe kuri izi nkunga baduteye kandi twigira ubuntu.
Njyewe cyanteye kuza kwiga computer ngaha muri Data Innovation Centre ifatanyije na do nuko njye nabonye nyuma yo ndangije amashuri 6 ntabwo nashoboye kuba nakomeza, ariko ndavuga ngo maze kwiga computer nshobora nibura kubumenye nakuraho bwo kwihangira umurimo.
Connection ni nziza cyane ugereranyije na connection twari dusanga ahangaha, kuko urabona navuganaga na grand frère kuri Skype ukabona video call ziragenda neza, ukajya muri YouTube ukabasha kureba ama video ugachatinga kuri Facebook.
So nibwo nagize igitekerezo cyo gutangiza uyu mushinga. Umushinga tugamije n'ibintu bitatu by'ingenzi. My name is Dominique Nurushwa. I'm a young Rwandan, a graduate from the Kigali Institute of Science and Technology, an employee at MTN Rwanda, the author of a book called 7 Steps to Exceptional Customer Care, and the founder of a project called Data Innovation Centre. Six years ago, when I was in high school, I was fortunate to be part of a student exchange program. We had an ICT training in Rwanda, and then we went for another ICT training in the US for a few weeks. When I came back, me and my friend, who's an orphan, decided to start a computer training at an orphanage. We went to an orphanage called Gisimba and started a computer training for the children there. We only had 4 computers, 2 laptops and 2 desktop computers that were there at the orphanage. And we trained quite a number of children, and then we decided to start a project to set up a center where we will be providing computer training to a bigger number of children, and have the center work at a cyber cafe as well to make money to support these orphans. So we wrote a project, sent it all around to try and get the money, but unfortunately we couldn't get the project funded. I'm not surprised because we were still very young, still at high school. I don't think we would even manage to start this project and maintain it. Well, last year when I won the MTN Yellow Stars overall award in South Africa, I was given the option to start a project. If I wanted to invest my cash prize into this project, then I'll get twice the cash prize. So the same project came back to my mind. But this time I thought of it in a different way. How can we impact many more people, and how can we take the project to a place where people need it most? So this time the idea was to take these centers outside of Kigali, and this is what gave birth to Data Innovation Centre. Data Innovation Centre is a project where we look at setting up centers in areas outside of Kigali to offer mainly three services. The first one is high-speed internet connectivity. The second one is free computer training to the communities. And the third one is to provide free internet access to students in these areas. Well, the first major challenge in these areas is how do you get high-speed internet connection there at an affordable price to be able to sustain your project. Because in Rwanda, high-speed internet connection is there, but it's very costly. The major challenge while we were starting this project was how to get high-speed internet connection at these centers and still have a self-sustainable project. While I was studying this project, I realized that actually we could use one of the greatest innovations in the telecom industry in Rwanda, the MTN hotspot. The MTN hotspot is a Wi-Fi connection where you have an antenna that provides a Wi-Fi coverage of a particular proximity. This antenna is generally connected to a very high-speed transmission capacity at the back end. So while MTN Rwanda was implementing this project, some of these antennas were set up outside of Kigali. Well, it was a very successful project since people were able to use high-speed internet connection and just pay from their airtime. But outside of Kigali, the antennas were basically not very used because to use the hotspot you need to have a laptop or any other Wi-Fi enabled device. Very few people have these devices outside of Kigali. So when we got there, we realized actually we have the capacity. So the first idea when we started the centers was to open a room where we put the laptops and allow people to be able to access the high speed that the MTN hotspot can provide. Well, now that we had the high-speed internet connection, the second step was to look at how do we combine two models, the business model so that the centers can be able to make money and sustain themselves, but also have a social model where we are providing free services to the communities like free computer training and free internet access to students. So what we decided to do was to use the morning hours to provide free computer training and have the rest of the day the centers work as a cyber cafe to be able to make money to sustain themselves, and then use the weekends to be able to give students free internet access. In November last year, we opened our first Data Innovation Centre in Rusizi. When we started, we had many people come to our centers. It was beyond what we had actually imagined at first. We have over 100 people that come to our center. And the truth is we're offering them an experience that's probably over 10 times better than anything they were used to. We then went into a partnership with an NGO called DOT to start offering the free computer training. And we changed the model now from not only free computer training, but free ICT and business training. In the next few weeks, we'll be having another 2 centers open, one in Rwamagana and another one in Musanze. Each center will have the capability of training 40 people every month. We have so far trained over 100 people at the 2 existing centers. Just last week we were actually at the graduation of the first class in Rusizi, and what was so surprising is that among the 43 people that graduated, we had 3 of them who were above the age of 50. Very dynamic people. And it was amazing to see how much they wanted to learn, how the courage that you could see in their eyes and how dedicated and committed they were, understanding that actually ICT is something that can help them to develop themselves, to develop their family, even at the age they're at. This not only shows that this is a self-sustainable project, but it also shows how committed we are to reach as many Rwandans. So far, we have provided free ICT and business training to 157 people, and we hope to have provided this training to another 300 people by the end of this year. We are providing an internet experience of over 10 times faster than anything these people were used to in these communities. We have also provided free internet access to hundreds of students over the weekends. Recently, we started something very exciting which we call the Agaciro Day. Our centers are now contributing the net profit from every Sunday to the Agaciro Development Fund, just as another way to contribute even more to the development of our country. The vision of our project is to have a center in every district of the country by the end of next year. We know this is possible. We are already committed to invest all the profits from our existing centers into setting up additional centers. And we are also looking forward to creating more partnership to be able to achieve our goal.